A friend of the channel here, Paul SR, not to be confused with Paul S, who works for me. Paul S works for me. Paul SR works for no one. He is going to the red zone, the hurricane in Florida. He sent me a live stream to it yesterday, actually. He's live streaming the security camera footage. I reached out to him to ask if he's doing all right. I hope he's doing okay. Hope all is well with you, Paul. He always has quality trolls to contribute, and I appreciate quality trolling. I asked him, is like, well, what is, like, so what is there that you can do since like you're dealing with a hurricane? I don't understand how it works. And he goes, pray that it goes to Texas instead, which I gotta laugh at. Pray it goes to Texas. Texas don't have hurricanes. Maybe it does, but I haven't dealt with it yet. So I have a favor to ask all of you. So I lost the clip that goes to my Sennheiser USB-C lavalier microphone. So Sennheiser sells this little lavalier USB-C microphone. See? This thing? It's a lavalier USB-C microphone. And they sell it. And I lost the clip that you use to clip it to your shirt, and I can't find it anywhere. And I can't find exactly the size of the clip that I need. Where do I get a clip that fits this? Where do I get the clip that fits this one? Because there's millions of lavalier mic clips, but I don't know if it's a standard size. I don't know if it's like a standard size or a special size for each individual microphone, and you lose the clip and you're screwed. I don't usually use lavalier mics. I usually use the head-worn headset microphones, like the DPA 4065. Where there's no clip to lose. If you lose something, you just lose the entire microphone, which is much more convenient for somebody like me who I'd lose my head if it wasn't attached. It clips on the body of the microphone. That was an interesting video this morning. I had a lot of triggered people. I think I made a fair point. If you watch somebody who does content creation as their like main profession, like that's their gig, that's their goal, that's what they do, that's their entire value they offer to the world, and you don't think it's worth an ad, you don't think it's worth YouTube Premium, and you don't think it's worth $1 over like a really long time period, you're probably wasting your time. Like, I didn't even say it was immoral. And I didn't say it's immoral, it's unethical, like how dare you. I said, you're probably wasting your time. A lot of people got very offended at that. Like, you're not entitled to my $1. I was like, that's not what I said. I never said anybody was entitled to your $1. What I said is that you're wasting your time. I stand by that. I will stand by that take. I think if you're watching me drive, there's a very good chance that you're wasting your time. Yeah, this channel is this. I was taught, and I think the one distinction that I fucked up and didn't make in that video is like if you're dealing with somebody that does this for a living. Like, I have no illusions that me driving is going to make, like, people watching me drive to work is going to make me a living. Like, that was never part of the equation. No one. There's no way in hell that it was the fuse. The fuse is pins 3 and 4 on the LCD connector on a MacBook Air. The fuse is pins 39 and 40 on the LCD connector on an A1706, 7, and 8, and the DisplayPort line to the CPU. The ED... By the way, look at this shit over here. Look at this, bro. Oops. Look at this bullshit. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is that? Why? 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 Driving like it's New York, man. Driving like we're in New York City here, bro. Hello, Mandy, how are you? You wouldn't happen to be the terrorist from season 2 of 24 that almost kills David Palmer, would you? It definitely was the backlight fuse. Okay, this is probably an older A1278 or an older A1286 or an older A1297, I'm guessing. There's no way that was a MacBook Air or a modern one. What model are we talking about? What's going on in Florida is Hurricane Ian. We actually have somebody at work named Ian who recently went to Florida. I neglected to take the low-hanging fruit joke that he caused issues in Florida. Can you use your current headset mount to mount that mic? No, that headset mic I believe is in New York in an office. Actually, no, it's not in New York, but I don't have anything to mount it with. That's the thing. Like, so that microphone is actually built into the headband. So on the DPA 4065, the mic is literally built into the headband. I don't have a headband for this, but even if I did, I need a way to mount it that's not duct tape. But I kind of like the lavalier clip here. I wanted to get a lavalier clip. No worries. If you guys can't find it, I'll find it. If you find it, please leave a comment in the video if it allows you to leave a comment. Not in the live stream chat, because I'm not going to look at that when the video is done. And I'm admittedly not even looking at it now. So, but I'd measure it with a caliper. I don't have a caliper. And I don't think anybody's going to publish measurements that are that accurate. They're just going to say lavalier mic clip, 1/8 inch or something. It's not going to really have the level of accuracy necessary. But yeah, I don't own a caliper. I could get a caliper. I suppose I could get a caliper. I'm surprised it's not listed under accessories with it, like, because there has to be other people who've lost this thing. I'd be really sad if it's one of those things where you ask them for a mic clip and they tell you to buy a new one. Honestly, the reason that I haven't emailed them yet is because a part of me is afraid they're going to say, buy a new microphone to get the clip. I have a feeling that they're going to say that. Mandy, why do you always ask if I'm okay? Are you okay? You okay? Oh shit, that's a giant fucking truck speeding down. Okay, we're not going to go right there. Let the truck go. A mugger truck be a mugger truck. No one. Which model are we talking about? What mount am I using for the phone? I have no fucking clue. I don't remember. I don't think it says on it. I usually try to use mounts that are... not large, the smallest mount possible that takes up the least amount of space. Because they tend to be the ones that are the most flexible in terms of where I point the phone. Okay, I gotta get in the right lane, and there is a gigantic truck that doesn't want me to be there. That's okay. I'm not afraid of a truck. Manure spreading incident in Austin. No idea what model. I would never touch a MacBook. But you fixed it. You fixed the MacBook. You did a nice thing for the little MacBook, and you should be happy that you did a nice thing. Listen, the MacBook did not choose to be born a MacBook, okay? Something you have to understand is the MacBook did not choose to be born that way. It just was. And you're doing a good thing for that little MacBook by making it work again. How the fuck are you beeping at me when you're on autopilot? Like, seriously? Just beep it yourself. Why do you have to make me deaf because you can't drive, meme car? There's no reason to make me deaf because you cannot drive. Meme car. Oh, I love you too, Mandy. I don't even know who you are, but whatever. That's awesome. Meme car? Oh no. Meme car, wait. Meme car, wait. Meme car? I turned off autopilot with swiftness there. Fuck out of here. Nope. Okay, 3, 2. Because autopilot, full self-driving. Full self-driving does this thing where it jitters. And when it jitters, I don't know what it's going to do. And when I see that a Ford F-150 and a Dodge Ram are coming my way, and it says yield for me, you know what? I'm just not trusting that that full self-driving is not going to smash me into the F-150 and the Dodge Ram. The Duramax 2500 is going to steamroll this vehicle, and I will be dead. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Sometimes I have trust for Elon Musk. Most of the time I don't. Most of the time I don't. The person on my left is trying to pass me in a boat. It looks like a 1987 Toyota Corolla. That's what I think I'm looking at. It's adorable. It's a very cute little car. Okay. I see a meme up there. Look at that meme tailgating that black car in the right lane. Meme, why are you tailgating? Don't tailgate. You're giving people a bad impression of memes. Meme! Look at that white meme at 1 o'clock tailgating like that. Not very nice. Not very nice. You're not supposed to do that, meme. If I could catch up to that meme. Shake my fist at him. I'd shake my fist in the same way that I shake my fist in the general direction of New York every single morning. My favorite comment on the New York budget video is somebody saying, just imagine 60 years from now, Lewis going over to the balcony in his Texas old folks home, shaking his fist in the general direction of New York City. Yep, that's definitely something that I will be doing. Every morning. Okay. This is a bouncy kind of highway here. You can see all the little sections that make your car bounce. Everybody, some well wishes for Paul SR, please. Hope he's doing well. Okay, where are we going? Oh, I forgot. There's that whole reason that doesn't work. Yeah, somebody who owns this brand of car will know why that doesn't work. You don't say the quiet part out loud there. We're just gonna let the quiet part stay quiet. Why are you going below speed limit in passing lane, bro? Why? Why? That's what they do in New York City. Bro. Sometimes they leave the lane after that happens out of embarrassment. But that didn't even happen here. He's still there. And other people are passing him, and he's still going below the speed limit. Bro. There's a lane for that. There's a slow lane for that. It's the lane that little 1991 Toyota Camry was in. It probably can't go over 50 miles an hour without falling apart. I've always wanted a meme Camry. Not a Corolla, but a Camry. You know those meme Camrys, like the 1997 or 1991 mom Camrys? This is, I don't know, I can't tell you what the appeal of that car is. There's something about it. It does something to me. It's like the MILF of cars. I don't know how else to put it. It's like the MILF of cars. Like mid-1990s Toyota Camry. MILF of cars. Does something to me. I don't really need a truck. It's kind of a waste for me. Why am I driving behind a slow van? Ford F-150 with the cut-in right there. I've never been to Los Angeles, and I hope to never go. Oh, merging traffic, whoa. I've been to California twice. Once I went to San Diego and visited Guatay, and another time I went to San Diego to visit Guatay Mountain. Guatay? Guati? I don't know how you say it. It's this little mountain town that has about 100 people. Somebody who was a great influence to me when I was a teenager lives there, who really helped me turn into an adult. Understand the concept of responsibility. What year is your Camry, 78? The person next to me has an Audi S7. How is the Audi S7? Is that a reliable car? Is that a quality car? Audi S7. For some reason, every time I see that logo, I think it's expensive. But I've never actually looked into what the prices of the 4-ring cars are. So what makes it quality but not reliable? Like what are these two not why is there some sort of mutual exclusivity? Like how can you be quality and not be reliable? That's so like, how are we defining quality there? I don't know jack shit about cars, so I'm really just like I'm not arguing with you. I'm just curious like how you define quality. Oh, that little is that bird shit or was that a bug? I just got a giant plop of something there. Anyway, like, are you defining quality in terms of comfort? Are you defining quality like 0 to 60 speed? Are you defining quality as in it has some sort of sexy features? So, like, what makes you say that it is not reliable, but has quality? I'm driving right now, meme man, and I do not have to look at the screen to know what you said. I will let you guess how that is the case. I have a technically savvy audience. I'm confident at some point you'll figure it out. I like the stance that the Mercedes E-Series have. Like that thing where they seem like they're very. It's like it's not even like they're driving forward. They're shaped like they're tunneling into the earth. When I see an E350 driving down the road, it just looks like it wants to tunnel down into the earth. There's something very sexy about that. That guy did the trick. I put my turn signal on. Every now and then you'll have some sort of New York type of shit happen. Such is life. But that's when I do the, okay, cool, bro. I'll accelerate full speed. Nice try. Oh, you have a Sentra. Oh, get the... I didn't even notice that. The dude that was trying to accelerate so I couldn't turn has a Sentra. Oh, get the fuck out of here. My bike goes faster than that piece of shit. Oh. Nobody there. Dun 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 dun. What's this? What is this fuckery? Thank you, Fancy Tires and All-Wheel Drive, for making that easier. I wonder how many people hit this brick thing over there. This is a very narrow lane. This is an incredibly narrow lane. I wouldn't feel comfortable with somebody next to me in that lane. They're gonna smash me, or vice versa. Da 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 da. Okay, so it's not even that Audi is less reliable, it's just that the maintenance costs more money. Rivian R1T. I don't know. Is that some sort of electric truck or electric car that costs over 150K? I'm kind of black-pilled on the idea of electric vehicles right now for a number of reasons. So car manufacturers over the past 5 years have been getting rid of the cheaper models. You may have noticed that Ford used to have a bunch of cheap cars and now all they have is the Fusion. They're primarily focusing on trucks and also, you know, like stuff like the Mustang. with Chevy, like a lot of these companies are getting rid of their base model vehicles. They're just not selling them anymore. And they're focusing on their higher tiered vehicles that cost more money. And this was before COVID and before the hyperinflation of COVID and all that stuff came into play. When you have the chip shortage and you combine that with inflation, you combine that with raw material shortages, lithium shortages, you're kind of moving to this place where electric cars are just starting to get popular right as all this stuff is happening. And I think that the same way that when mobile phone operating systems and mobile phones became popular, you were able to change the paradigm of what people expected, the same thing is going to happen with electric cars. So like with mobile phones, the paradigm shifted to where, oh, you don't, like we're just going to include advertisements in applications now. Like 99% of the apps I download from my desktop computer, even if they're free, they don't have ads. Most applications here do. Another, or better, actually that's not a great example. A better example would be the ability to even install them. Like a lot of people accept the idea that if you want to install an application, it has to come from an app store. That you're not allowed to install the operating system of choice on your computer. Your phone is a computer. And I think that the same thing is happening with electric cars. Like, again, you already had that trend of cars, of just cheap, companies realizing it just doesn't make sense for us to sell cheap cars. Like we're not selling the Ford Focus, we're not selling shit that's like $17,000 anymore. It's just, we're not going to do that. We're going to focus on the higher end models where we make more money. And electric cars seem to be really taking that, the shortage of lithium, the shortage of chips, and running with that to the point where like it's starting to get put into people's minds that electric car means 150K. To be clear, I don't know shit about the Rivian whatever R1T, and I can't Google it right now for very obvious reasons that hopefully I don't have to explain to you. But I'm assuming that, like almost every other fucking electric car I've read, oh my god, about every other electric car that I've seen, it's some shit that costs like 150K or 120 or 130K, and like I don't even consider those cars, honestly. I consider those like it's jewelry, you know, like that's jewelry. That's not a car. Okay, I shouldn't park over there. I'll park over here. That shit is jewelry. That's illegal. Maybe illegal. Would anybody care? Yeah, somebody probably care. You're not illegal, but you also don't fit, do you? Nah. Do. Platinum parking. Well, look at, oh, what the fuck are you doing, asshole? Okay. Just gonna go around and do this again. Okay, I wasn't gonna do that whole sidewalk asshole thing, but such is life. What you gonna do? Oh. Okay, never mind. I'm a little black-pilled on electric cars at the moment. I think that we're at a point where like the expectation is going to be that they're all insanely expensive. Or they're just butt ugly. I guess the Nissan Leaf is an electric car. A low-range electric car. Is there any is there any reason to shit on the Leaf? I've never driven a Leaf. I've never driven a Leaf. What is the 0 to 60 on a Leaf? I think the Leaf is a fine electric vehicle for something that is more affordable if you don't really care about making cross-country road trips. But it's obviously, the problem is that like I'd be okay with a car that I can't really do a cross-country road trip in. I just would not want to pay like $35,000 fucking dollars for it. If that makes sense. Okay. We're just gonna do this. And do the I'll be right back, bro. That'll be like 10 minutes. Nobody will care. That'll be like 10 minutes. No big deal. You know what? We can be a little less of an asshole. You don't have to be a complete asshole. You can be slightly less of an asshole. Yeah, not doing cross country with it because range is trash. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I would get a Leaf for $18,000. I think the Leaf would make it a great $18,000 car. I'm not buying a Leaf for fucking 30-something thousand. Like for 30-something thousand, I want fast charging. I want 300 plus miles of range. You just don't get that. Leaf is a great city car. Like, but the thing is, if you live in a city, there's not really much reason to have a car. Whoa, it's a ferret. Look at the little ferret. Look at him. Look at the little guy. Look at how cute he is. It's a fucking ferret. A ferret. Oh, that was a close one.
I think it's the uneven.
You missed. This girl dropped a metal chair that landed right next to my foot. Okay. C-Class is a piece of shit made in Alabama, I believe. E-Class is made in Germany. I didn't know that. What is the difference between the C and the E-Class Mercedes? I always thought the E stood for expensive and the C stood for cheap. That was my assumption. It's also one of the reasons I would never buy a C Mercedes, because I don't want to buy a car that's calling me cheap. Northside, how are you? Hello, Catherine, how are you? Hope you're having a lovely day. Lovely, great afternoon. Rivian has commissioned their vehicles well below 100K, even the new SUV is 80K. That's not horrible, but again, like an SUV for $80,000. I mean, I don't know. People want a Ford Explorer. Like when they buy an SUV, they want a Ford Escape or a Ford Explorer, you know? Like they're looking at that price range. Electric cars are still luxury vehicles at this point in time. Electric cars, I think, are still luxury vehicles right now. Oh, Pyro Jin, this entire channel is wasting time. Let's just be clear. This channel, like, I may actually rename it instead of Louis Rossman Live Random, Louis Rossman Wasting Time. Yes, just to be clear, 100%. If you're watching this channel, you are wasting your life. 100%. There's no way around it. Graphene OS is amazing. It really is. Freaking fly. I wouldn't mind when flies land on me if they didn't also land on dog shit. Like, that's what bothers me. Pyrogen, 100. C equals small, E equals mid, S equals large. I thought it was C was cheap or crap, E was expensive, and S was supreme or something. I always thought the C stood for cheap or crap. This person on YouTube is telling me I'm wasting my life. Yes. If you watch the board repair stuff, or maybe even the consumer advocacy stuff, or maybe even the New York City real estate stuff, not a waste of time. If you're watching me wait in a line to get lunch, you're probably wasting your life. Yes. Oh, it is a low point name, so. I lived in Vermont for a few years in the early 2000s. And yeah, the 6 months a year of cloudy and cold bums me out. Yeah, I noticed that the season, I really used to think seasonal defective disorder was a meme. No, that really does, that destroyed me. New Hampshire's a nice place, but oh my God, the cloudiness every single day. It just beats your dopamine and serotonin receptors over the head. Bye, caliper. The quality of the C class now rivals the S class. You know what's crazy, Dr. Evil? So the car that I have that was 46,000 something, I think 46,800, is now going for 58,000, and Tesla stopped selling it. So the standard Tesla Model 3, the one that only has rear-wheel drive, so it has only one motor, not two motors. It only has 260 miles of range instead of 350 miles of range, so it has a smaller battery, and less speed because it has less motors and also a smaller battery with less output capacity. They took that car and made it from 36,000 to 48. So it is actually more expensive to buy the standard Tesla Model 3 now. It's more expensive to buy that now than it was to buy the long-range, faster, and four-wheel drive Model 3 when I bought it. Car prices are fucking crazy. Is the Tesla reliable? The interior of the car is dog shit. The reliability of the car in terms of the drivetrain, the battery, everything else, I'm only at 35,000 miles in, so I can't really answer that question. I'll answer that question when I get to 200 to 300,000 miles. But I haven't had to fix shit. Okay, I did have that thing with the heater. That was a firmware update they had to do because there was a stupid flap that freezes open, and they fixed it by, instead of making the flap not freeze open, they just had a firmware update that says ignore the sensor. It's a very Lewis from 2014 way of getting around doing a proper board repair fix. But the main thing I was looking for in an electric car is just that I can do road trips around the country and not have to worry like, oh, my spark plug died. Oh, I don't know, I'm worrying about my transmission failing. I have to worry about this filter, this engine cooling shit, like this hose, this liquid. I just wanted shit that just works. The thing that I liked about my electric bike is for the most part, the shit just works. The only thing that I fucked up with my bike is I would destroy the controllers. I went through a lot of those controllers because I would try to put 5,000 or 6,000 watts into a 1,000 watt motor using a 3,000 watt controller. But that was understandable. The battery cooling system for the most part, it just works. It's not like Was it BMW or Mercedes? In the like the mid to late 2000s, they started using plastic engine cooling parts that would wind up melting after a certain period of time. When I know I know Lexus in the 90s would use non-plastic engine cooling parts, and you would have less issues with it breaking down than, let's say, a modern German car. You need to have special Tesla mechanics with computer science degrees to fix it. Make a mechanic down the road fix it. I don't know. I used to be down the road from Rich Rebuild, so I never saw that as a problem, but now I do because I live in Texas. I really should have only moved here after Rich had opened another electrified garage. If something happens to my car, I'm taking it to Rich. Every time. See you later, Pro 4. Yeah, the plastic engine cooling parts thing really fucks with me on drift. Like, the switch to plastic engine cooling parts really fucks with me. I don't like that. Like, you're putting an expiration date on that part of the car. We all hope Paul S. is safe. NZK is saying, any regrets on not choosing Florida? Not today, unfortunately. I do feel bad for Paul S.R. My old V6 Camry had a factory flaw with an oil tube that was a rubber instead of a hard line. It could blow, and you would pump all the oil out of your engine before the warning light came on. They probably will, Tails Orange. Lots of car companies are going to be doing that. Hello, how are you? A harissa avocado, no pita? No pita. How's your day? Busy? I can see. Everything's fine. Can I get a lot of extra feta cheese, please? Yes. Beautiful. That and the garlic dressing. That and the small cup for the tea. I don't need a top. Just the receipt. I'm good. Double. 32178. So it's like this. It's like crossing down. I memorized it. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Sorry. Thank you so much. You're the best. All right.
I haven't watched it.
I've been drinking unsweetened tea in the South. 0 calories. No added sugar. I've been told that eating unsweetened tea in the South is a crime. Perhaps it is. Perhaps it is. Oh, this looks good. This is... I have a little bit of chicken along with my feta cheese. You was the Texas root user. Very cool. Hope you're enjoying your life here as much as I am. I live in the South and I don't know anyone who drinks unsweet tea. I always drink unsweet tea. Erica pointed this out to me. There was one person, I'm not gonna say where I met him because it'll be obvious and kind of insulting. He drank like 3 or 4 sweet teas a day. He had diabetes and he looked like he was about 5 sugary teas away from having his feet amputated. It was scary. I never drank a sweet tea again after that. Like you could see just how his body was being completely wrecked. It scared the fuck out of me. I never drank a sweet tea again. I think of that guy's feet every single time I see a sweet tea now. CVTs are so unreliable, but they get good gas mileage. Also slip when you go up the hill. I drove a Sentra about... I did about 2,000 miles in a Sentra that had a CVT, 2019. I got like 29 to 32 miles a gallon, I think. Sealed lifetime transition. Sealed lifetime transmission. What is that, review? CVTs are bad. It's a nice way to make cars look like it needs less maintenance because the car shop. Huh. The thing that drove me nuts with the CVT is the acceleration. You don't get any of the fun acceleration noise that you're expecting with an internal combustion engine vehicle. You don't get the. You get. It's really weird. It sounds broken even when it works. It's very minimal dressing. I have to take a phone call from somebody, so I'll see you all later. Well wishes to Paul S.R. in Florida. The best to you and your grandparents, everybody else. See you all later.